So, video numero tres on the day. What is going on? Go like 2 months without an upload, and then we post 3 times in one day. But there's just lots of stuff going on in the MLB world. We got Wander Franco making his debut on tomorrow. We got freaking Shohei Ohtani going Super Saiyan. Kyle Schwarber, 5 home runs. It kind of takes away from the pain that is MLB The Show right now. But hopefully it gets better. But anyways, we got some more news about a potential new baseball game. A fan favorite returning. That's right, you read the title. Could MVP Baseball be making a comeback? The last MVP Baseball was MVP Baseball 2005. The GOAT of games. Whoops, that is 205. That is way before my time. No, 2000 of time. One of the greatest games of all time. The greatest of its generation. Most of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Where do I get this information? Whatever. Either way, every year, EA hosts its like EA Play event. It's EA live event where basically people come, they test out like the new Madden, they see new features in Madden, you see what EA's been up to. Generally they release some new games and they talk more about its upcoming titles that it has throughout the next couple months, which usually include Madden and then FIFA in September, which are its 2 biggest sellers. But one thing is if we type EA Play right here and then we go over, IGN tweeted out this morning that EA will reportedly announce the revival of a fan favorite series at their EA Play live event in July, so next month. And by revival, so it's obviously something that is not out right now, something that we haven't seen in a while. It's been dead for the past couple of years. So there are tons of options that could be. So MVP Baseball, probably not it, but it is an EA title. It hasn't had a game since 2005, so 16 years, and it was a fan favorite game, especially if you're a baseball fan. We all remember how amazing that game was. It's one of our favorite games of all time, and then there's some people who are just too young to even know what that is, who have ever played it on the PS2. But either way, it's a possibility. A lot of people think it's going to be a game like Medal of Honor or Dead Space, but we also got a lot of options sports title-wise with Tiger Woods. You also got Skate somewhere along the year. College football is going to be coming back eventually, but I don't think that it's it. Actually, could be. They could announce like when it's coming back. So college football NCAA is another possibility. We also got Fight Night. So a lot of sports titles that could possibly be coming out. But obviously, the one we all want to see is going to be MVP Baseball 2005 with Manny Ramirez on the cover, man. Crazy how old that this game is. So for those of you who are too young to have ever played MVP Baseball, what made the game so great is that every feature that it had, even though right now it may not seem like a lot, it was way before its time. The gameplay was really good for a baseball video game back in the early 2000s. Not a lot of lags, not a lot of glitches. It just played kind of smooth, and the graphics, even though they kind of look like shit now, obviously we're talking 16 years in the future, they were really, really solid back in the early 2000s. But you also got classics like franchise mode and dynasty mode. So dynasty mode was something where you could draft your team and then you managed minor leagues. So that is way before its time. Considering we just got the minor leagues in MLB The Show not that long ago, having this in the early 2000s was a big step. You also had owner mode, which exactly how you sound. You own the team, which is kind of cool, but for whatever reason, we don't have that in MLB The Show 21. You could also create a stadium back then. We just got Stadium Creator in MLB The Show this year. They had it in MVP Baseball back in 2005. So big difference right there. Hitter size system, which turns baseball different colors than the pitcher's hands. So a lot of different features that you had. The soundtrack was also solid, but nobody really cares about that. One thing I want to show, if I'm remembering right, is that the freaking mini games in that game were really, really fun. Like they were actually worth playing. I think it's down here. Yeah, you got some mini games that you could play. We'll just watch this real quick, nothing too crazy, but you had a lot of mini games and you see all the different game modes. Where this one, you get a specific amount of points by like hitting freaking objects and that. Like, for whatever reason, just being a kid, this was so much fun. Being able to go through, come home from school, sit down and play this, and you also got to see a lot more legends than we did now. Freaking obviously, you had Manny Ramirez in his prime, Randy Johnson was still playing, a lot of different things you could do from that aspect. And as you saw, the graphics obviously weren't anything good, but it's a 2005 title. We're talking 2021, and whatever game this is, it's not going to come out till 2022 at the earliest, probably 2023. But once again, I don't think it's going to be MVP Baseball, and also, I don't know if I want it to be, because EA, while they were a freaking dog back in the day, they were top notch. Every game they released was one of my favorite games of all time, whether it was Skate, freaking Destroy All Humans, MVP Baseball. They just released a lot of games that everybody loved. But over the past 10 years, EA has been horrible between its microtransactions, its gameplay bugs, just everything. And right now, their main releases are Madden and FIFA. And I have a feeling if they brought back another sports game and it was MVP Baseball, they make it kind of similar to that. They would add an Ultimate Team mode, which I kind of understand, but they would also make it very microtransaction heavy, kind of like FIFA and Madden is, where it's really hard unless you grind the shit out of it to get a stack team unless you were spending money on the game, which I don't want to see in MVP Baseball. And at the same time, if it's anything like those, and just talking about Madden, EA has taken a lot out of franchise that used to be in Madden. It's taken a lot of just like features like being able to create stadiums, stuff like that. So would they do the same with a new title like MVP Baseball? Hard to tell, but all I know is whoever's running all the EA shit right now, there's going to be something wrong with it if they did decide to bring it back. But I don't think it's going to be it. There was another tweet by VGC. I don't really know who they are, but they're verified. And it's saying that it will reportedly announced an established IP revival at its EA Play event. The established IP revival, some left out last one. I don't know if it really matters. But this dude, I don't know who you are, but possibilities include Burnout, SimCity, Dead Space, which is one I've seen a lot, Mass Effect, Medal of Honor, Mercenaries, Destroy All Humans, Skate, Dragon Age, Spore, Titanfall, Dungeon Keeper, Command, and Conquer. So I don't see a single sports title in that game, even though they have lots of options. So obviously, it's probably going to be something like Dead Space, Medal of Honor. Those were some big ones. Destroy All Humans was just fun. But I have a feeling he might be right. It's probably going to be something more so in this title than it would be MVP Baseball. It's not to say MVP Baseball can't come back someday. I think it will, because I think competition is really good. EA doesn't have a baseball title right now. The only baseball title is freaking, I mean, like with real life players and shit, is SDS with MLB The Show right now. So if they can get the licensing and everything, competition's good. You're going to force SDS and EA to come out with more content. You're going to force them to fix gameplay bugs, come out with new innovative features, which is what made MVP Baseball so great in its prime. And if they did that and you had the competition, all of a sudden, I think both games could be really good. And MLB The Show could get a lot better than it is right now. But I've been saying that with Madden forever. If 2K got like a football game, or if NCAA it comes back or whatever, they're going to be forced to go away from less microtransactions. Because you got a new game, you're competing against somebody, you got to get people to stay on your game and play it. So they're going to come out with more content. They're going to come out, if they do come out with packs, they're going to be worth it more than the packs that they already have. So that's kind of what my thought process was if they did come out with it. Once again, boys, I don't think it's happening, but hey, you never know. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they reveal next month. Revival of a fan favorite series. Either way, EA, like I said, they were the GOAT of its time in terms of games. So many good games that they have to choose from. So hopefully they don't ruin it. Hopefully they come out with a good game and they don't botch it and make everybody hate the game that they used to love. But anyways, boys, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. What game do you think EA is going to come out with? Is it MVP Baseball? Do you think we'll ever see MVP Baseball? So let me know, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.